What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Collector Tour. I am your host, Evil Sneaker. We are here for episode 10. We have entered the double digits. I am feeling still run down. I've been sick for the last month, but the show goes on. I'm so excited to have on Paul, aka everybody knows him as Boba Fettuccine. What is up, man? Thank you so much for being on the show tonight.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah,
Excellent
man.
to be here.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just saying what's up to everybody.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say, I know we talked like in the past about getting you on. You're like, oh, I want to wait for my cases to get here and stuff like that. But unfortunately, another Maji case delay. But
Yes.
hopefully, you said by December, right? That's kind of
That
the goal.
was supposed to be in September, and then got a notification they would delay until the end of December. So I'm still here with my two humble Detolfs, waiting for my Maji case upgrade to come. And when they get here, they get here.
Yep. Still looking pretty good though. Still looking pretty good.
Yeah, hanging in there.
I'm excited to chat with you, man. Thanks so much for being on.
Yeah, thank you.
I know you're gonna have some people like you're always super supportive in the community. I feel like I see you everywhere, so I'm honored to bring you onto the show and hear kind of your collecting journey. And yeah, man, I am excited. I'm excited to chat with
It's
you.
a fun journey.
Yep.
And
No
people
doubt.
like you and all these, Paid and X-Men Supreme, all you guys make it so easy and fun to be here.
Yep. No doubt, man. So let's address the chat because we've got some folks here. Collector Joey is in the house.
DJ.
Yeah. I'm still here waiting. I don't know how long Joey's been waiting. Sometimes I see him commenting like 5 or 6, 7, 8 hours before the stream. So Joey, welcome in, man. Thank you so much for being here. I remember I met you obviously when we were on Copper Drop on Thursday. I don't even remember when that was. It was a while ago at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of fun. So Joey, thank you so much for being here.
That was my first one.
Your first one. Yep. Your first inaugural stream. So, Payden 23 is in the house. Hello, fellow collectors. Payden, what is up, man? Another frequent visitor to a lot of the channels and good supporter of the channel. So Payden, thank you so much for being here. The Jedi Knight's Watch himself is here. Makes me feel like river dancing. Let's go. Thank you so much for being here, bro. Cage is here. What's up, everyone? Excited to hear this one. Cage, a good friend of mine, longtime friend. Thank you so much for being here, bro. Supporting the channel. X-Men Supreme is in the house. Boba Fettuccine. X-Man also says, yeah, I'm on the same Maji Space list, Boba. Yeah, a lot of people are in that boat right now, unfortunately, but it is worth the wait when you do eventually get them, for sure.
Very stoked. I've already got a weekend blocked out whenever they come, just to build, take down, rearrange, and all that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm excited for you, man, for sure.
Thanks.
Yeah. Cylon is in the house. Evening, guys. Evening to you, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, so, and you said, we were chatting a little bit about backstage about your cases. You said you were did you get risers?
I got one riser.
One riser.
3 110/6.
Gotcha. Okay. And you got, so like, is the riser like the black felt ones?
Yeah, it looks like a black, it's like 4 inches high, black, just goes around the bottom. I guess it could have got 2, make it an 8-inch riser, but I didn't want to show off. One 4-inch riser is enough.
Yeah, gotcha. You can always add more. Like there's a lot of options when it comes to risers and stuff. You can always add in there. So yeah, very cool. Very cool.
So yeah, definitely stoked on that. Plus, if only having one riser, it gives me just enough room if I want to get that 4th Maji case to top it off.
Oh yeah. Very nice. A little room to grow.
Yeah.
A little room to grow. Very nice. Steven with a V is in the house. What is up, man? I am also Steven with a V. Hello, all. Thank you for being here. With that being said, man, let's jump right into it. The first question here. Actually, before I ask this question, you guys, Paul's information is down in the description below as well. He has a YouTube channel, Boba Fettuccine, and then also a Instagram channel, which is a different name, Beer Truck NYC, I believe, right?
Correct.
Beer Truck NYC. Go check out his stuff. And you know what? Before we get to this question, we got a couple other people in here. Graham says, love Boba Fettuccine's name. The picture is like the best, man. I love the logo.
Thanks.
The logo is so good. X-Man Supreme says, I did the 4-inch riser and then realized I'd love to have the drawers on the 8 inches for accessory. Yeah, it's kind of a rabbit hole. There's a lot of stuff that you can do. There's a lot of stuff you can do with the cases.
That's a great thing about Maji cases. They're so in tune with what collectors need. They just go ahead and make it, and if they don't make it, they'll make it. They'll create it for you.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, it's
The
very cool.
specific size of something you want. They're really good with working with you to
Yep.
get stuff that you need made.
Yep.
Really,
No doubt.
really good company.
No doubt for sure.
Slow as hell.
Yeah, they're just slow. That's one thing they got to fix. One thing they got to
Yeah.
fix for sure. Some guys in the house. What's up, my favorite?
Some
people?
guy.
What
My
is up,
guy.
dude? Legend in
What's
the
up, brother?
house here. What is up, man? There is only one Boba, and he loves fettuccine. Oh, that's great. Brick is in the house. Brick Artemis, going to be a fun show. What is up, Brick? I'm glad you are in here, man. Good to see you for the show. We will address some other chat, some chat members as they come in here. And then if any of you have questions for Paul here, Mr. Boba Fettuccine himself, please send them our way, and we will try to get to some of the chat questions as well. Usually I like to sprinkle those in throughout the show. So with that being said, first question here, they always start out. We find it here. Can you recall the moment you knew that you were going to be a collector?
You know, I've seen this questioning before. I never really thought about it until I had to answer it.
Yeah.
And I started thinking, I'm like, yeah, okay, I can go back 15 years, 20 years. But then I started thinking more and more, and I'm like, no, this thing started when I was like 6 or 7. You know, I remember being very, very young, and for some reason I got into my mind, I want to collect something. I didn't know what, but
Yeah.
I was like, all right, people collect rocks. I got a little tub. I went outside my mom's house in Queens, New York, and I just started picking up rocks. And I'm like, all right, now I got a rock collection. I'm collecting something. That's good. Then later on, you know, then I just kind of, whatever was around, I went out with stamps, you know, stuff like that. And then 1977 rolled around.
Oh, yeah. You're an OG. You're an OG.
Oh, yeah. I was
Dude,
in the movie theater in 1977 in Brooklyn watching Star Wars
Dang,
over
that is
and
so
over
cool.
and over again.
That is so
Begging
cool,
my
man.
parents every weekend to please take me back to the movie theater.
That is so awesome, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
it was
jealous.
very, very
I'm
cool.
jealous you got to experience that. It's funny you bring up the thing about like rocks, because I remember like I used to collect some weird stuff too. Like when I was younger, I used to like I used to go around and get like whenever we go on like with my family, if we go places or go on vacations or whatever, like I'd always get like matchboxes, like all the restaurants. You know, all the restaurants used to have matchboxes because people could smoke in the restaurants. I don't know if they do anymore. And then another thing I would get is like anytime we went somewhere, like I would buy a Zippo lighter. So I had like this random Zippo collection. I just collected some weird shit, but
Yeah, anything small that I can get a lot of, that's what I collected.
yeah,
I did Matchboxes and Hot Wheels also.
yeah, no doubt. Kate says if that rock collection is still around, you're a god.
I don't know what the hell I
funny.
do.
Yeah, it's like those rocks are back in their home, in their home in the wild.
Yeah, so like when Star Wars came out, I was like, oh crap, this is amazing. And then, you know, the movie came out in '77. Toys didn't come out till '78, but I did have the Christmas advanced thing, so I got that. And a bunch of months later, I got my little white box with Luke in it, and in the mail. And
Dang,
then,
mail order.
and I just kept going. I still have them. I still have my 3¾ inch original figures that I bought when I was 11, 12 years old.
Are they in like decent shape?
No, they're horrible.
This is still really awesome to have. I feel like a lot of them are.
I played with them. I beat the crap out of them. I made little. My father had a film camera, so I made little animations of them moving around, stormtroopers moving around and beating up Darth Vader and stuff.
Yeah, very cool. So you like really like, use them as they are intended.
Yeah, I did.
Use as toys.
And looking back, my mom would say, "Don't you want to save some of these? Leave them in the package. You know, they might be worth something someday." My mother thinks everything's gonna be worth something someday.
Yeah.
And this time she was right, and I wish I'd listened.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. That's all right. It's worth it. It's worth it for the memories. How did you like evolve from there? You know, like you had Star Wars, like OG Star Wars, Kenner figures.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you go like from there as far as like to where you're at now? You don't have to go like real in detail as far as like everything goes, but like, did you always collect Star Wars stuff from that point, kind of here and there? Like, how did you get into like the hot toy space?
Well, yeah, I've always collected Star Wars. You know, a lot of the stuff I still have. And then my life changes, and in the '80s and stuff, music became my main thing. You know, I was in a band, so I had a guitar collection. I've
Nice.
been in the guitar business since 1986. Um,
Nice.
and so I started collecting guitars and amps and played in multiple bands in New York and out here in California where I am now. And then but Star Wars was always there. And then you had the dry period, late '80s, '90s when there wasn't a whole lot going on. Power of the Force stuff, which I wasn't
That was me.
into.
That's what I grew up with.
Oh yeah,
Yep. Power of the Force 3 3/4. Yep. Yeah, that's when I get, which
yeah,
aren't
never
worth a
really got
damn.
into that. And then fast forward a little bit, had a long time ago. I was online just looking for. I'm a Batman 1966 is one of my favorite TV shows of all time,
Nice.
along with the Honeymooners and the Odd Couple and stuff. So I was just googling for some reason Batman 1966, and I saw this action figure of Batman, and I'm like, is that an action figure or is that them? And I'm like, holy shit, that's an action figure. Turns out it was the Hot Toys Batman and Robin 1966, and I was like, wow, I gotta get these. And I saw the price.
Yeah.
Saw the price, and I was like, no fucking way, people are paying that money for this stuff, and I just blew it off. Then couldn't stop thinking about it.
Yep. Like, oh my god, this is so realistic though.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
like, and then I'm looking more into it, and the faces come off. Wow, these different expressions. He's got the bomb from the movie. Like this is incredible. So at some
Yeah.
point, I got him. I got Batman and Robin, and it just kept going from there.
Yeah. I feel like everybody kind of gets like the initial sticker shock of like,
Yeah,
there's no way I'm ever getting into this, and then you end up getting
yeah,
into it, and then it just kind
absolutely.
of evolves from there. But
I was
yeah,
just
very
looking at my
cool.
sideshow account a little while ago just to see how far back my ordering went, and the first thing I ordered was either a sideshow Jango Fett or a Tauntaun back in 2014.
Dang,
So I wish I
that's
still
cool.
had Tauntaun.
That's cool to be able to look back on that and like see
Yeah,
what ones you had
yeah,
on
yeah,
order. Yeah, yeah, very cool. Almost 10 years ago now. It's crazy. I
yeah,
think 2014
yeah.
was almost 10 years ago.
Oh yeah,
Wild, but yeah, very cool, man. Very cool. Start of the collecting journey. Rocks. I love
yeah.
it. I'm glad it's
Those
not
rocks.
Funkos. I'm glad it's not Funkos.
No, no, there were no Funkos back then. There was not a
It's
whole lot of
great.
anything back then.
It's weird. Like the answer you gave to that question just like made me think of when I was a kid. Just like when you're a kid, you just like start collecting random
Yeah,
stuff. You know what
yeah.
I mean? It's
You
just
don't really
like
have. I didn't have much of a direction or
yep,
anything like that. It's just what I saw on TV that people got and collected. I'm like, all right, I'll get that too. So
yep,
I literally just went around the street in Queens and just picked up a bunch of rocks and put them in a box. And that was my rock collection.
yeah, man, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I think that's so cool. Um, Next question here.
Mhm.
But before we get to this next question, I just want to address a fellow Wisconsinite in the chat, the mall fiend himself, Reese. What's up, nerds? What is up, dude? Thank you so much for being here with the mall photo because he is, like I said, the mall fiend. Welcome in, bro. Thank you so much for being here. So next question here kind of goes along with the first one, but can you tell a story of one of your most memorable collecting moments?
Oh man, going back again to my my corrupt childhood, um, and when Empire came out around 1980, I have of course had to get all those figures as well as the original ones from the first movie. So I'm looking at my collection. I'm like, I need a Yoda. Why can't I? I don't have a Yoda. So I go to the toy store in Brooklyn, by where I lived, and I'm looking on the wall, and there's no Yodas. I go back to the following week, and still again no Yoda, no Yoda, no Yoda, and I'm like, I talked to the lady who
I
owned the
need a
store. I'm
Yoda.
like, what?
Like, I need a Yoda.
Are you an anti-Yodite? Why is there any Yoda? And she told me that Yodas for some reason are short boxed. So a box of figures will come with like three stormtroopers, a couple Darth Vaders, a couple of this one and that one, but each box only had one Yoda,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then it got sold right away. So I said, I was like 14 years old, and I said, all right, when's the next shipment come in? She said Tuesday. I found out what time they opened. I was there on that Tuesday. I waited for the UPS guy, and as soon as she knew I was there, as soon as the UPS guy dropped that box off, it was like I was like, give me the box. Ripped it open, and me and my friend at the time, Danny, we just going through the box. I'm like, I got it.
Yeah, nice. What did you say? What line was this? Did you say?
This was 1980
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so
Empire. Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, dang, they
I
still
had
did.
I had a sealed case of original figures in my hand,
Dang,
proceeded to rip open.
something I'll never experience unless I go to a museum or something and like look at the figures. They're like, oh, this is
Yeah,
crazy, it's original, but you can't get your hands on them anymore
no,
out of
no,
like an acrylic case, basically.
yeah, yeah,
That's cool, man. That's so cool. I was just thinking, they're still doing like these case packs where they do individual. Like when I collected Black Series, they still do that. Like the one figure that's the single in the case pack is always the one that's usually the most desirable because you can't get it. All the other ones are doubled or
right,
whatever.
right.
They do a single pack short run and then you can't get it, and it ends up going up in price.
Yeah, oh,
Never,
absolutely.
yeah, yep,
That's like when they came out with the Black Series prototype Boba Fett.
yep,
That was a Walgreens exclusive, I remember.
yep. Now it's
And
an
man,
Amazon exclusive.
huh?
now they redid it and made it an Amazon
Yeah,
exclusive,
yeah.
like in a newer box. But yeah, Walgreens
But
exclusive.
I think I told this on when I was on Joey's stream. Part of the fun for me, and even going back record collecting, going to record stores, is going out and finding this stuff.
Oh
It's
yeah,
great to be able to order it online from whoever, but to go out when those prototype Boba Fett's were available, I mapped it out. I had my phone. I'm going to go to this Walgreens and I'm going to hit this one. This one doesn't have it. I'm going to call that one because it's far away, and then I'm going to go over there. And I wound up getting like 4 or 5 of them. But it was the fun of going out of the house.
yep.
A new concept to some people.
It was
Going out of
fun
the house.
finding figures at Walgreens. Oh, I found some good exclusives at Walgreens that were
Oh
like
yeah,
pretty
absolutely.
pretty hard to get. But like, yeah, I remember I used to just go and hit up like 5 or 6 Walgreens in one day because they're all so close to each other. They're all
Yeah,
within like a
yeah,
10-mile radius.
yeah.
Just go to all these Walgreens and try and find exclusive figures. It was fun. Miss
And
it.
then, and
Miss those
then
days.
and then recently, a figure I've been searching for years, literally years. It's not a Hot Toys. It's a Sensation Caecilius from the first Doctor Strange movie, right there. Impossible figure to find, and when you can find them, they're ridiculous money. So I was searching online for it for years. I just could not find one for a decent price. So I put an ad, a wanted ad up in Collector Freaks, and I said, if anybody has a Doctor Strange Caecilius, let me know. And like a month later, some guy just messaged me, "Hey, I got one. You still looking?" I'm like, "Yeah, how much you want for it?" And he gave me a really, really good price. And I was like, "Done."
Damn.
So
I need to get on that and find me
I
a
was
Tarkin
like
Vader.
thrilled, huh?
I said I need to get on that forum and find me a Tarkin Vader two
Oh
pack.
man, that those forums are how you find the best stuff at the best prices because nobody there, everybody, it's all collector to collector. Nobody is paying any kind of exorbitant eBay fees
Yeah.
or taxes or anything, so the prices are pretty damn good. And a lot of times you can work trades for
Yep.
something,
Yep.
which is always a great way to go.
I've been on that forum a few times because they
Yeah,
always have like the running lists of figures that are
yeah,
released and stuff. I always
mhm,
reference that.
yeah.
Looks like somebody you know is in the house. Mike Pause Litterus is in the house. What
Oh, my
is up,
buddy,
Mike? Hey now.
Mike
What
Litteris,
is
what's up,
up,
buddy? Hey
dude?
now,
Happy that you are here, bro. Good to see you.
you too, man. Very, very cool to be here, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, let's go on to the next one here. So
Okay.
this one's kind of an interesting question. I feel like we never ask it,
Mhm.
but what is your collecting philosophy? How do you navigate the hobby? You know, I always talk to people every time I bring up this question. I always talk about like the volatility of the market basically right now because it's so crazy what's been
Yeah.
happening. Obviously with the market and what's going on with the figures. So yeah, like how do you navigate it right now? Kind of what's your collecting philosophy? How do you do things with the way that things are? Just it doesn't have to be necessarily with the market, but just in general, how do you go about navigating the hobby here?
Just focus on what you're collecting. There's a lot of stuff that would really, really like to get, but doesn't fit with what I got going on. Space and
100%.
money, obviously, the biggest issues with any collector. And this is my little footprint back here. When I get the Magic cases, it'll be more because it'll be a little bit wider and a little bit
Yep.
taller. But everybody's got a limited amount of space to work with. Being in LA, you don't have a lot of space to begin with. So uh, just focus on like Shane, 1 6 figure focus. Stay in your lane.
Yep.
You know, I'd love to get the Black Falcon, the Captain America Falcon. That
Oh
figure
yeah.
is unbelievable. But you know, I already got
Yeah. Vulture.
Vulture up there
It'd look cool. It would look cool up there. It'd look cool up
It
there
would.
next to
It
Vulture.
would. Don't, And then I got Dead Strange coming, who's also got a large
Uh-huh.
wingspan. So I just gotta.
Dead Strange looks cool. That's a figure that
Oh,
I'm considering.
that is my
Um,
most anticipated figure since it was announced.
that figure looks dope for sure.
It is
Um,
insane looking.
yep, yep,
I cannot wait for that one to come out.
yep. Um, yeah, I think that's like a really good, like, it's hard, man. It's so hard because everybody's always talking about figures, and then, something comes out, and then like the hype just builds for it. So,
Yeah, a lot of people get caught up in that hype too, but
mhm.
you gotta just try to stay in your lane,
Yep,
focus on what you got going on. Don't worry about what everybody else has. Just worry about what you got and what you want.
yep, 100%. I've tried to like once a figure comes out, because usually it's really hype when it comes out, then you talk about it, and then I kind of
Mhm.
just like try to wait a little bit to
Yeah,
calm my thoughts, so to speak, on the
right,
figure and
right,
see like, is this something that I really want to get? And yeah, so being just selective in general, I think is good for sure.
absolutely.
Um, you said you have some figures that you don't have in your cases too, right? Like your
Yeah,
detox right now. How many do you think you have?
um, just a few. I got like a Joker, a '66 Joker, Cesar Romero Joker. I got another transport. I love transport troopers. For some reason, transport
They're a
troopers.
cool figure.
I love the transport trooper. I got Pedro Pascal sculpt on
Yeah,
one
I
of
need to
them.
do that.
I'm
I need
gonna
to do
have
that.
a Miggs Mayfeld sculpt made. I'm gonna put that on another transport trooper. And
Yeah,
then get another
nice.
transport trooper just to be a transport trooper.
Yep, yep. That would be
Uh,
cool. Getting a Migs head sculpt and putting him on.
oh yeah, that's gonna be very cool.
That would be
I got
very
a
cool.
I got a I got a blurg in the garage. Uh, I don't know, like
Ooh,
four
nice.
or five maybe
Yeah,
altogether.
yeah, nice. Very cool.
I'm getting backed up.
Yep, yep. Gotta get those cases up.
Yeah,
Mike says Dead Strange looks awesome. That's the kind of out of left field figure that I love. Me too. Mike and I kind of collect similarly, honestly. Our
yeah,
our collecting is trending in the same direction here with our focus. But yeah, this is like the kind of figure that I gravitate towards when it's like a really unique figure that's not just like a mainstream, like it's not like it's a mainstream Avenger or something that has multiple outfits. Like this is a very, very
yeah.
unique, strange design. So
Oh yeah.
um
I've
it was
got I've got or have on order 5 of the 6 Hot Toys Doctor Stranges that they made.
dang, you really like Doctor Strange,
I
huh?
love Doctor Strange. I love it, man.
Yeah, we
I
were talking about that. We were
you
talking
know,
about that
when I
on
was a
Wolfpack.
kid,
Sorry, go
read
ahead. Go
comics
ahead.
when I was a kid, movies, fantastic.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, the only one I don't have is the one from the first movie. I've got.
Are you not going to get it?
It's hard to justify. It's so close to Infinity War. Strange.
Yeah.
Unless I get it at a really good deal, I'm gonna get the fucking thing at some point. So
We were talking about this on Wolfpack Wednesday, about like when I was talking about Doctor Strange. I was like, this is a figure like you got to really love Doctor Strange to get
yeah.
all these variations that they're coming out with. So
Mhm.
it's cool to see somebody who's actually getting them. I think
Oh yeah,
that's cool if you like love the character.
I love Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
Always
yeah,
have.
yeah. I think that's awesome. Oh, Collector Joey, I am here, everyone. Don't panic. I just
Okay,
want to go back up to
everybody
this.
relax.
Joey, Joey, I'm not sure where you're coming from because way up here 3 hours ago it said, "Yeah, I'm still here waiting." So I think you might have left. I think you might have left and came back, but it's okay. I'll accept it. I'll accept it, man. Glad you're here. Glad you are here. Yeah, Doctor Strange is a
Yeah,
cool character for sure, but the only one that I want is Dead Strange.
yeah.
That figure looks so
That
cool.
looks so
Is he
amazing.
supposed to drop this year?
Yeah, he's supposed to. Yeah, he's supposed to come out with all the No Way Home stuff, but I haven't heard
Yeah,
anything about it yet.
yeah. He's probably one I'll wait on, but definitely one that I'm interested in
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Mike also says I love the transport trooper too. The design and the color are great. It's a really cool figure
It
and a
is.
great scene. I really like that episode too.
Yeah,
That was a really cool episode with Mando and Migs and yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next question here. So we talked about kind of a bunch of different things, but then I like to throw in at least one kind of figure question, even though figures are going to come up in conversation. But do you have a top 3 figures, and then do you have like an overall number 1 in your collection?
man. Um, One I really love is going back to Doctor Strange. I got the Doctor Strange Infinity War with the DJ custom arms. I don't know if you can see it right there.
Yeah, that's the one on the left.
Yeah, right there. That's the only Doctor Strange I have out right now. But I love the way that one looks with his arms all, you know. Caecilius is also a great figure. Wong is an outstanding one. That one just came out recently.
Yeah,
Krennic from Rogue One is another one of my favorites.
Great
Well,
figure.
Transport Trooper, and Arena Fett.
Oh yeah, Arena Fett's a good one. I'm thinking about selling mine.
Oh yeah,
I love it, but I can't place it. It's really hard to place like with all my Star Wars stuff.
Hmm.
I almost want to move it over to my desk, but then I'm like, I don't know if I need it necessarily. It's hard. I'm on the fence about it because it's also an exclusive figure, and
Yeah.
I don't want to regret it. So I'm
Right,
treading
right. That's like I
carefully.
regret selling my Batman, my '66 Batman and Robin.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see about that.
So yeah, I mean, Doctor Strange, Krennic, Arena Fett, Transport Trooper. So
Krennic is a
those would be
great
my
figure.
top.
I'm always telling people Krennic is underrated figure for
Oh
sure.
man,
He'll not a lot of people really have him. I feel like
yeah,
he's
yeah,
a sleeper though. He's a sleeper for sure.
yeah, definitely. And
Do
the
you?
two looks you can do with the
Yep,
cape,
yep. I got mine with the
and
raincoat
with the
on
like
right now. Yep,
over the
raincoat and hat.
shawl thing, raincoat with the hat is very cool
Yep,
too.
yep. That's the way I have him displayed. But yeah, yeah, very cool figure. So his number one is like that Doctor Strange. You feel like you're number one?
I, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Doctor Strange with the DJ custom arms.
yeah. What are
Once
the arms? What are the custom arms offer? Like what is that? What does it add to it?
Oh, it's got the I don't know the technical name for them, but it's all those arms when Strange just goes into
Oh
spell
yeah,
mode.
gotcha. Okay, okay.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
like the multiple arms.
multiple arms. Yeah,
Yeah, very cool.
and
Very cool,
DJ
man.
Custom made this accessory for it specifically for Infinity Strange, and it's just it brings the whole thing to life. It's really really cool.
Yeah, gotcha. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's really cool. Mike says, "Wait, your name's not really Boba." Joey said he had to go eat. He was waiting for hours. Oh man. Daniel Brancato's in the house. Hello, hello everyone. A bit late. No worries, dude. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Dan,
No problem about being late. Action in the Box is also here, all the way from Brazil. Hello, fellow collectors. I'm a bit late. This show is always interesting and joyful. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate the kind words.
muito bom.
Nobody ever has to worry about being late. I know people have life stuff going on. It's a weekday. I should say weeknight. A lot of stuff going on for people. So totally get it. Never have to apologize, but just appreciate you all being here.
As long as everyone's here,
Yes. Hopefully you're enjoying the show.
and hit that like button.
Yep. Hit that like button, please. Yes. Yes. Next question here.
Hmm?
What is something you want to improve upon as a collector, if anything?
Oh, my posing. My posing's horrendous.
A lot of people say that.
I mean, I watch, Justin and Jetta, and all you guys, and especially posing with Peter. That guy's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how the hell do they do that? All this stuff looks amazing. The poses they come up with are great. I just haven't been able to find that secret sauce to really make them pop.
Yeah.
Maybe with the module cases and with the more room, I'll be able to be more inspired and be able to do better.
Yeah. It's hard, man. Posing is hard. I feel like once I get a really good one, I'm like, yes, and I never want to change it again.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Posing is so hard, man. It's like, and I've talked about this in the past on different shows too, of like, just like one little subtle change of something can really change the look of the figure.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, like the shirt sleeve positioning or like
Uh-huh.
the hand turn or like just anything can make it look so much more natural. So, or one little move. So yeah, it's tough. Posing is tough.
I don't know how many times I put the hands on the wrong wrists, the right hand over here, and when I get a good pose, it's like an accident.
Yep. It's an accident. Yep. Like I'm keeping it here. Daniel said I just got my battle damage Thanos, and that's a hard figure to pose. That's a cool figure. That is a cool figure.
The battle damage one is awesome looking.
Yeah.
I much prefer that one over the non-battle damage.
Yep. Yep. I like the battle damage one too. Reverse Zio is in the house. Good evening, everyone. What is up, bro? Thank you so much for being here, Carlos. Really appreciate it. Action in the Box just subscribed to Boba Fettuccine. Mike, I'll analyze the position of a hand for hours. Seriously, man. Like,
Yeah,
and then you like look at it, and then you come back, and you're like, this pose isn't right. Though, honestly, the one hardest thing, one of the things that comes to mind when posing is the hood on Darkseid Anakin. I feel like I can never get that thing right. With the wires, it's so hard to get it to sit naturally on the shoulders. You have to like pinch off the wire so it like drapes down. It's just I always mess. That's one I'm always tinkering with.
Yeah.
I
do that. I'm not good with
robes.
either.
Jedi robe hoods are so tough, and then like even when you like with the wires, especially when you set them on the head, once you let go, it just bounces back up. So it
Right,
elevates
right.
above the head, and then you have to like put it over top of the head and like press down the wire, and then it'll sit normal. It's just really finicky.
Yeah, I was trying to do that with I got Toys Era, the ancient one from Doctor Strange, which is an abomination of a figure. It's my least favorite figure.
Really,
It's like a little Barbie doll.
yeah,
All the joints are all loose. And
yeah.
I was gonna do a body swap, and then I was like, all right, let me see what this thing was all about. Pull the head off, freaking head wouldn't come off. So now I'm like stuck with it.
Just
But
leave it be.
yeah, I'm trying to put the hood up so it'll maybe look a little bit better. But now I got to figure out something on that.
Yeah, posing, man, it's hard. It's hard. It'll be better once you get your cases too, when you have a little bit more room. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, posing, something that's brought up pretty often.
Yeah,
definitely in the community. So, next question here. This is kind of a unique one that I like to ask people if they have a significant other. How do you navigate the hobby when you're collecting with your significant other? This is always a really interesting topic, and I just love hearing people's answers. Everybody's so different, but I feel like it's a really common thing. Obviously, I feel like in general, we're lucky as collectors to have significant others that that allow it. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this one here?
Well, my girl is probably one of the best girls around. I'm extremely lucky that she puts up with my childish stuff. All she ever says is she wants me to be happy, and this is what makes me happy. She knows that, so she's good with it. I've actually got her into a couple of action figure things. She's got some Funkos now. She's got some.
Very cool.
She's into politics, so she's got a bunch of political action figures. So we kind of going down the road a little bit together.
So cool.
Anything with a cape, though, forget it.
Anything with a cape, forget it.
Yeah, that's my territory. But no, she's awesome, and she totally supports me in all this.
Did she like taking it kind of like gradually grow an interest over time? Like, will like go like on hunts and stuff with you, or?
Nah, there is a show out here called Frankensons in LA, which is it's like a huge toy flea market. We've gone a couple of times together, but usually it's me and another friend of mine who go.
Yeah, gotcha.
But she's totally supportive of the whole thing, and it's all good.
Yeah, very cool. That's really good. I feel like the majority of people have pretty much said that whenever they come on. It's important. It's important to have somebody who at least puts up with it at the very least.
Oh yeah.
You
got to have that.
Yep, we always talk about just like anything else, and there's also many other things you could be into that are much worse.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's fun, man. It's just a lot of fun, and I feel like it's interesting too because you said like you're not the first person either who said like and then like she got a couple things like oh this figure like everybody loves Funkos. My gosh.
Yeah.
Like everybody, there's always like some character. I feel like if you enjoy media and like you watch movies and you're going to be connected to something that you've seen.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like seeing a figure or something and you're like, oh, that's really cool. That'd be cool to like have that as a little trinket or whatever. I think like everybody has that inside of them in my mind. You know what I mean?
And Funko makes everything. So no matter what you're into, it'll be there.
Yep. Zio says, bring out the tequila. Someone said Funkos. Yeah. Yeah, seriously. You got to take a shot every time somebody brings up Funkos now. Collector Joey says, question for Boba. What's your favorite tattoo that you have? You want to take a stab at this one?
I don't know.
You have a favorite?
I've got a couple of band tattoos that I really dig. I got Motorhead because
nice.
Because it's Motorhead. And then I've got a band I used to work for from New York, Biohazard. Some old friends of mine.
Nice.
So yeah, I guess Motorhead, Biohazard, the old Brooklyn connection there.
Yeah, very cool, man. Are you a wrestling fan?
Not really. No, I mean, growing up I was, but it was along the lines of, Hulk Hogan, Chief Jay Strongbow,
the OGs,
the Animal Steel, all that.
Yeah,
that
sure.
Era.
Yeah, sure.
But the newer guys, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, for sure. Great question, Joey. Guys, keep sending the questions our way so I can give Paul some questions here. Yeah, great answer, man. Collecting with your significant other, Very great. Like I said, great to have somebody supportive, and it
Oh yeah,
makes it a lot more relaxing and enjoyable. Excuse me, and more fun that way.
yeah,
You know,
definitely.
you always hear people like, "Oh, I'm hiding stuff," or like, "I don't," you know, it just, yeah, it sucks. It would suck
Oh
to have
yeah,
to do that. It would
I know
really
a couple of
suck.
people like that.
Yeah,
Collect things, and they have like this little secret compartment of a closet.
yeah,
They leave stuff in.
yeah. Um,
Can't even
collect.
enjoy it like that.
Yeah, yeah. I know, I know. It's like it'd be really hard for me to. I probably wouldn't. I don't know if I'd want to do it. I feel like, or like at that point, you kind of have to reevaluate. You know, you get somebody that
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
want to support something like
absolutely.
that, even though if they don't have an interest. Like I always say, like there's stuff that a lot of people are not interested with in there what their significant others do. Like, you know what I mean? There's always things that like, you know, collect various things. Like some women collect makeup. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
obviously not something that would be interest me, but I would never be like, oh, you're collecting makeup. Oh my god, no. I
Hmm.
don't want to see any more makeup coming in the house. I would never like say something like that. You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean? So,
absolutely. Yeah,
um,
another. We're also we're starting a new endeavor. Also, we're getting into snake breeding. My girl and I.
would you say you're getting into what?
We're getting into snake breeding.
Oh, nice. What type? What kind?
Hognose.
Dang, man. I used to own
We
some snakes.
we've been going to. Well, I've been into reptiles and stuff for decades. I've
Yeah,
always
man.
always had them,
So did
and
I growing up.
I was like, why don't we just start breeding these things? Make a little bit extra money. It's fun.
Yeah, you
They're
can sell them for a
fun.
pretty good price too. Like,
Depending on the genetics, they could sell for quite a bit.
I love snakes, man. I would love to have a snake. The only downside about having snakes in your, like, the only downside about having snakes in your house is when you like you have to heat. Like, if you don't have a dedicated room, that room
Hmm.
gets so hot because you're
Yeah.
blaring a light that's like 100+ degrees on the rock, like the basking
Not really.
rocks.
No, we got a room that kind of maintains an
Oh, really?
roughly
Wow, that's
75
nice.
degree ambient temperature, and
Really? Oh, that's
yeah,
nice.
and they have like a heat mat underneath the
Yeah.
tanks that just
Oh,
heats
yeah. You put a
a
heat
portion
pad
of
in
the
there.
tank.
I always did
So,
like I always had like Colombian red tails,
oh
like
yeah, yeah,
Colombian red tails, Colombian rainbow boas. I felt like they were just really hot. It had to be hot all the time.
right, right. You know,
I had some lizards and stuff too. You know, it's just
yeah,
like
I've got a couple of lizards also.
you turn on the red night lights, the UV lights, and it's like it still gets hot in there
Yeah, well, no,
on the
I
second
don't.
floor of those.
I don't use the red ones. Those are not really good for their eyes.
Yeah. Oh, good to know,
I got a bearded dragon and a blue tongue skink also.
dude.
So,
Nice. Joey has a crested gecko.
yes, he does.
Reptiles are so cool.
Yeah, they are.
Graham says I used to have leopard geckos bought from breeders online, and they go for crazy money with all the color variants.
Oh
No
yeah,
doubt.
yeah.
I used to have this lizard called the Euromastics. Do you know what that is? They're really
Yeah,
smooth and they have a
I used
spiky
to have one
tail.
of those.
Dude, I had a Euromastix. His name was Spork because it was like smooth with the tail. So I named him Spork. I don't know where Spork is now, but
Nice.
um, maybe in lizard heaven, whatever. I don't know. But
Before I moved to California, when I left New York, left Brooklyn, I was up to 24 tarantulas,
dang,
dozen snakes, two bearded dragons, two chameleons, a blue tongue skink, and
you're an animal collector.
something else.
You're a live creature collector, not
Yeah,
just a figure collector.
yeah, I've got two very expensive hobbies.
Yeah, yeah. They're so cool though, man. I love like
Yeah.
you take good care of them and stuff. They're really
Oh yeah,
cool.
they're
Really
fantastic.
cool. Definitely like growing up too, just like teaches you how to care for things. And like
Oh yeah,
I think that's important.
teaches
Important for sure.
responsibility also.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like a figure that you can just put in a thing there and that's it. You got to like really take
You
care
gotta
of
take
it.
care of this thing.
You
Gotta
got to
feed it.
feed
You
it.
gotta yep.
You got to feed it.
Yep. Yep. Take care of it for sure. D'Lo the collector is in the house. Oh crap, I'm late. What's up, everybody? Everybody go over and take a look at part 1 of D'Lo's finally dropped collection tour. I think 3.0 at this point. It's all Star Wars. Spoiler alert. It's glorious. Everybody go take a look over on his channel, D'Lo the collector. Joey says, I heard Evil Sneaker's favorite wrestler is Logan Paul. Logan Paul is a great wrestler. I was actually at first, so like I don't know how much, you probably don't know much about WWE, but Logan Paul, I know people have their issues with Logan Paul, but the dude can wrestle and he's entertaining when it comes to WWE. So he's not my favorite, but I actually like him as a wrestler. So there you go, Joey. Book it. Jedi says, I miss having aquatic turtles. Man, everyone had turtles growing
Go
up.
get a turtle.
Everyone
Matter
had
with you. Go
turtles
get a
growing up.
turtle.
Get one for your kids. Let them raise a turtle. Feed it lettuce and whatnot. Brick says Logan Paul is super legit. No doubt. He's athletic, great wrestler. And like once he got over the babyface mentality, once he like just embraced the heel and him, everyone hating him, then he like really took off much better. Joey says, I'm gonna check out that 3.0 collection tour out D'Lo. Yeah, D'Lo's got a great collection. It's really good always hearing his insight and like how I appreciate, you know, him giving his thoughts while he goes through his collection of like how he does things. Don't tell D'Lo that I said that. Anyways, let's move on here. So next question. This is like a pretty cool one, I think. If you had to show somebody one figure to highlight your 1/6 scale collection, what figure would it be? Chat, you can let us know too what your figure would be. If you have like one figure you were like, this is the one I would show. It's people who don't really know about the hobby, or they're like, man, why do you do this? And like, you had to pull something out and like, you had to pull something out and show them. Like this is phrasing, but
that's a tough one. I don't want to keep going back to Doctor Strange, but
you can if you want.
I would actually probably do, man, I don't know, maybe Quill on a speeder bike to show the two things together, the figure itself and the accessory, or the Chromando on speeder bike, that type of thing to show the figure itself and vehicle.
The speeder bike's underrated, man. I know like a lot of people do not. A lot of people do not have that swoop bike. I saw your picture when you sent me your picture of your collection. I saw how you have a Quill on there. That is a cool. I thought that was cool looking. I never thought about doing that. Yes, very very cool. That's a really good one. I don't know what I would show. It's so hard. Probably an Obi-Wan figure, but
that's a tough question. I mean, you can go the vehicle route. You can go the weirdo looking thing route like Quill. The realistic route like Mando Luke.
Yep.
Krennic. There's a lot of different routes you can go down with a question like that.
Yep. Brick says, I know I'm more Marvel, but honestly, I'd pick my Snowspeeder Luke. Man, I tell people all the time, Snowspeeder Luke is like, it literally, like even the material of the suit feels like so realistic. It's like they took the full scale and just like shrunk it down to a 6 scale body. It is so cool. Like in hand.
That's a really cool figure.
Yeah, it is so good.
I was actually thinking about that today. That's one with all the stuff that Sideshow is sold out of. That's one that's there. It's a popular look. It's a great looking figure, but there's still plenty of them.
I can't believe it. I got him for like way under retail too.
That one screwed up big time.
Yeah, it's like I'm surprised he's one that's sitting, but then again, like there are other. I guess there's other like Mando Luke is sitting right now, and he's a really popular one.
Chrome Mando is still readily available.
Yep.
There's a lot of them that came out a certain time period that is just tons and tons of them.
Yep. Where they got stuck with a bunch of inventory, right? We kind of always talk
about that. My local
that.
comic book store, that poor guy's got stuck with so much stuff. Yeah. Lots of first order stormtroopers.
Troopers. There's a couple of there's a couple sequel figures I'd like to get, like main character wise, but I don't think I can go the trooper route because of like a lot of people say the troopers are not great quality, and then like if you decide you want to get rid of them, you're gonna be you're gonna get rid of a trooper for under $100.
Oh yeah,
like that's the market right now. It's wild for that, so I don't really want to go near that at this point right now, but we'll see at some point.
You're almost better off taking one like that since you can pretty much get them cheap. Same thing with scout troopers and transport troopers. They're just cheap.
I need to get a transport trooper.
Turn them into an art project.
I'm holding out for like a massive discount on the Return of the Jedi Scout Trooper with speeder bike. That's one that's been sitting for a really long time, but they will not discount that set beyond like 10 or 15%. They will not do it. So I'm hoping like they find like they've done the Mando speeder bike 25%. I think I got my Mando speeder bike 25% off.
Nice.
They just will not do it for the Return of the Jedi speeder bike. I don't know why they're still sitting on that. You could probably find a secondary market honestly for that at this point, but
that's actually one that I got on that on Collector Freaks.
Yeah, no. Oh, you have you have was that the Mando one?
I got the Mando speeder bike and
right up by the swoop bike. I see it up there.
And the Quill with Blurg.
Yeah, nice.
I got a ridiculous price.
Yeah.
Deal on the two of those.
The speeder, I have the right here. This is my sitting up on top of the right there. Mando speeder bike sitting up on top of the I have him like kind of sitting up on the seat. He's a cool figure. The speeder is like when I opened up that Mando speeder, I Yeah, I wanted the Return of the Jedi one once I opened that one up.
Oh yeah.
For sure. Well, at some point I will get it. Daniel Brancato says, In Art Joker, a non-collecting friend said that it looks just like the guy from the movie. Yeah, I feel like In Art Joker is definitely one that's like in my collection too. That's like the next level figure for sure.
Mhm.
He is there's the In Art sculpt is amazing. And when you hear like I feel like collectors in general are going to be more picky, but when you see like somebody like, oh my god, that's like what you want them to, that's what you want people to think, right? That's their goal, is like you want this to look just like the person, So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
they got that figure right for sure. Jedi says, Mime Joker, yeah, Obi-Wan, Thanos, or DX13. I was pleasantly surprised when I went to I was at his house and I saw that battle damage endgame Thanos. I was like, first of all, the sheer size of it, like the scale. Same with Carnage. Like, I feel like I never really thought about, you see all these pictures of figures, like Thanos is one of them where I was like, okay, he's like a bigger character. But when I didn't know he was that big until I saw him in person compared to next to like these other characters. I was like, damn, this character's huge. And he's selling for like $200. It's
Yeah.
just insane that
Yeah.
this figure is like, that one, like Snowspeeder Luke, like we talked about. I'm just like, how are these sitting? Like, how are these things just sitting here? Nobody's
Yeah.
and nobody's buying them on discount. Like, it's just,
And,
it's
and the
crazy.
Django Fett too. That's another awesome one.
What
That
one?
is just Django Fett.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's another one that's just sitting there, and it's
Yeah.
like,
You can get them for like $200.
yeah,
$200.
the guy, whoever did the ordering at Sideshow for that in that time period, just
Yeah.
ordered way too much.
Yep. Yep. So it'll be interesting to see how that evolves over time, but probably going to
Yeah.
be going in the bargain bin and going on sale for sure.
Yeah, when Sideshow does promotions and they're literally buy two of these, we'll give you something for free. That's when you know
Yeah. When they're giving away figures. Yeah.
they're giving out. You try giving away those Iron Man figures.
Yep.
One of the last things they did.
Yeah. They gave away Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Spend, what was it? I forget how much money you had to spend.
Yeah, like $500-600 or something like
Yeah,
that.
you get a free Captain Marvel. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's crazy. Dilo says, yeah, Snowspeeder Luke is super underrated. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, he's just such a cool figure. Comes with really awesome accessories too. Like, you can do so much with them posability wise. You can do helmet on or off. All the Lukes have like the swappable hair pieces too, if you want to change up like the hair look, which is a bonus. Steven with a V says, I keep waiting for that speeder bike and trooper to drop too. Yeah, 100%. Brick says, did you guys hear Iron Man died today? Officially. Yes, Iron Man officially. I think they said like, yeah, Tony Stark Day or whatever. Like, this was this like the day that I forget, like in the comics they said he did. I don't know too much about it, but yes, maybe Brick can elaborate. But Peyton says, Cad Bane might be a figure of the year contender. Yeah, Cad Bane is an incredible figure. 100%. I love mine. He is I was surprised. I know everyone was already talking to him, but I was still surprised when I got him. And then I gave him like Crosshair. I was so happy because I got Crosshair from the Bad Batch, and he comes with two toothpicks. Like, he comes with an extra one. Gave it to Cad Bane. Gave it to Cad Bane. Had to do it. Do you have that figure?
No, I don't.
Yeah, he's a really cool.
It's
really cool
it's already
figure.
waitlisted, both versions on Sideshow. My local comic store does have it, but I'm still like waiting for Doc Ock and Green Goblin.
Yeah. What type of price are they asking? Do you know?
For
Cad Bane at their local.
It's whatever Sideshow has them up for.
Oh, so they have it at retail.
Oh yeah.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I love this place.
Yeah, I was gonna say, damn, that sounds like a good deal.
Sideshow's not far from me.
Yeah.
So rather than ordering from Sideshow, I order from the comic book store, let them pay the shipping, and I just go pick it up.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Reversio says, somebody check on Joey today. It's not a good day for him. Rip Tony Stark. Steven with the V says, the threshold for the free Captain Marvel figure was not that high. I got it when I bought Bo-Katan. Oh, so Bo-Katan, I think if you bought full price, I think it's $280, right? So under $300. X-Man Supreme says, oh yeah, figure of the year, Cad Bane, Peacemaker, Moon Knight, Captain Falcon. Yeah. Carnage is another one I would put into, and I think he was earlier this year. I'm pretty sure Carnage was earlier.
Yeah, I have to get it. That's another one I need to get. Moon Knight.
Yeah.
I got
Moon Knight's a cool figure.
on that one.
Yep. Jedi Knights Watch says the Nightmare Batman is another showstopper to show friend. No doubt. I wanted that figure before even watching the movie. When I
Yeah.
saw it, I was like, damn, I want this. I haven't even seen the movie. This figure's badass. Oh, I see. So, okay. So Brick saying he died on this day in the MCU. It's when he died in Endgame. Oh, for some reason I thought it was something about him in the comics or something, but yeah. All right. Zio says, I didn't even bring up Carnage this time. I'm just embracing it, dude. I'm just embracing it at this point. Collector Joey, yeah, live forever in my heart. I'm just embracing it. Carnage will be mine come 2024. I'm pretty sure I'm going to bite the bullet at some point in 2024 and get Carnage. Steven with the V says, gotta love that my smart device does not recognize Bo-Katan. Autocorrected to Karen. She's definitely not a Karen. Yeah. Good old phones. Good old phones.
Yeah, I'm sending my my Bo-Katan to that girl Tina, who does the hair rooting.
Oh yeah, nice.
I'm on her list.
Oh, very cool.
So about a year.
Damn. That's gonna look good.
Yeah, she does.
I wonder like, yeah, that's an interesting one because I know like when they showed IG-12 with all the accessories, like they showed that picture of the rooted Bo-Katan. I wonder if they're ever gonna do that figure.
I don't know. I don't really see much of a reason for him to.
I don't know, like why. Why? Yeah, it's just a weird, interesting thing why they would show it.
The differences between the first Bo-Katan and a potential reissue, it's not that many.
Yeah.
Not that much of a difference between the two.
Yeah.
And they still have plenty of the first one available.
Yeah, I wonder if they like just put that out there to see what the reception would be and see what people were saying about it.
Like,
oh yeah. Zio says Nightmare Batman on the custom bunker diorama. Dude, I want to see this custom bunker. Yeah, I bet that looks dope for sure. Okay, let's see here. Last question here. Chat, if you guys have other questions for Paul, aka Boba Fettuccine, please send them our way here.
Right.
This is the last question that I have, but yes, please send us over some more questions if you would like. What is your most important piece of advice to give to other collectors?
Chill the fuck out. Everybody just chill the fuck out. Don't worry about what everybody else has.
Oh, that's good. I didn't expect you to say that.
Focus on what you want, what you like.
Chill
Don't worry about what this
out,
guy
people.
got, or this guy said is the figure of the year, or everybody's saying is the best thing ever. Just look at what you like. Have enough confidence within yourself to say, this is what I like, this is cool, this is what I'm getting. And don't play this game of I'm gonna get this because this guy's got it. You go broke that way.
Don't buy into the hype.
Yeah, don't buy into the hype. Hype is great and all that, but stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Coach Jane.
Yeah. X-Man Supreme says, chill the fuck out. I felt that in my soul. Dude, I did not expect you to say that, but keeping it 100% real. Yeah, no doubt. Like everybody, we're all in this to like, we love collecting and we love figures and stuff. And it's just like, yeah, sometimes it can get a little bit dicey. You know, it can get a little bit.
It's real easy to cross that line.
Yeah.
Where you're digging something, you like it, you're having a lot of fun with it, but it gets completely out of hand. And now all of a sudden, this thing that you really, really dug and really, really loved is now nothing but a headache.
Yeah.
That's the line you don't want to go over.
Yeah, I think it's a really good point. I think it's like, try not to take things the wrong way. You know, that's another thing is like, I feel like people rationalize how they're going to turn it into something or swing it into something, how it's like becomes an offensive thing. And then they just get really defensive. Yeah. And it's just like, yeah, chill. You got to chill out.
Just chill the fuck out.
Dude, I love it, man. Oh, I love it. X-Men Supreme, then your Hot Toys Nightmare with 600 troopers. He's got a lot of troopers. The man's got a lot of, I forget how many, I haven't talked to him personally, but yeah, I know he's got a lot of troopers. More power to him. I forget, like, I think I had seen it. I was watching one of Hot Toys Hotline streams with, I forget, he was talking about how he was going to get a lot of, he was going to buy a bunch of troopers or something. I love troopers. If I had the ability to buy more troopers, I would consider buying.
Oh
more.
yeah.
I am such a, yeah, he's got all the troopers. I'm such a sucker for troopers. So.
Troopers are so awesome. There's so many variations of them and so many cool variations of them.
People do some really cool display cases with a bunch of clones and like Imperial Stormtroopers and stuff. Like you can just make it, put like whatever, Tarkin, Darth Vader as your centerpiece. And then you just have all these troopers around, or like, you know, you have Clone Wars Anakin. Like I love my Clone Wars case. I wish I could have more clone troopers for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with having a lot of troopers.
No.
Anything else you would like to add, man?
Who, me?
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else?
What's your most anticipated figure?
My most anticipated figure right now?
What are you dying for to come out?
Kenobi Vader.
That's me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got that one all paid for and ready to go.
Kenobi Vader, and I'm also really excited for the Batman to come out. I'm really trying hard not to get into both the Batman figures because I want to do like the Hot Toys one with the Bat Cycle, and then I want to get the in art with him, like, you know, holding, like, you know, the in art one with just the rooted hair with him like holding the cowl or something.
Right.
But that's a lot. I'm really high on that movie. I really love that movie a lot.
Which one? The Batman?
Yeah. I really enjoyed it.
I really want the Jazz Inc. Bat Cycle.
Yeah.
But God damn it, it's too damn big.
Yeah. Yeah. If Zio has a bat, well, like the bat signal from Jazz Inc., it's cool. Their stuff, it's hard for me. I would love to get their stuff at some point. It's just hard to justify. Like, it's so hard for me to justify, at least right now. Maybe my collection's like a little bigger, but there's so much stuff coming out, and I look at to spend that much on a vehicle when you look at how many figures you can get with that amount. To me, like, I'd probably rather get figures, but if you want to get a vehicle with that, that's totally fine. It's kind of like I feel the same way about statues, where it's kind of like, man, this statue is, you know, over $1,000. Like, I could get a lot with this.
Oh yeah.
Rather than putting it into one statue. It would have to be a statue that I really love, or a vehicle that I'm like, really high on.
I wish I had the room and the money for some of these vehicles. It's just I'd get the 66 Batmobile, the 66 Bat Cycle, whatever the hell else I can get with whatever room I had.
Yeah.
Some of those things are just amazing looking. The
vehicles are really cool.
The Snow Speeder, Land Speeder. I mean, 12-inch Moose Dream has this like collection of all huge shit.
Yeah.
The Batwing, the Bat Cycle, the Bat.
They're huge, man. Yeah. That Snow Speeder's wild. I see it on people's kitchen tables. I'm like, holy shit.
I think it's just incredible.
It's so cool. Like, you see like Luke pose next to it. It's like, wow, this thing is like huge. It's really actually true to scale.
I've seen people on YouTube who go a little further and just weather it themselves.
Doing like repaints on it and stuff. I saw that too.
Detail weathering.
Yep. It's hard for me to. I don't think I could justify it, at least right now.
Me either. I can't.
The Bat Cycle will be like, well, I have the Bark Speeders. Even those are big, and like they're not huge. Like, they're not huge vehicles. Like, when you watch the Clone Wars and stuff, or you see Bark Speeders, they're not really all that big. So it's just like they take up a lot of space. You know, I had to put two of them kind of next to each other inside of one case, and they take up a lot of room. They take up like 2/3 of the case, you know, because Peyton says Kenobi Vader's rumored to drop soon. Well, son of a, I was hoping all the Kenobi stuff would get pushed. I want everything to get pushed to 2024 right now. I'm trying to have a no buy rule for 2020, the rest of 2023, which is really hard, but
I've got mine all paid off. I got that paid off. I got my 40th anniversary Vader paid off. Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange is paid off.
Yeah, nice.
So,
yeah, Kenobi Vader, man. I'm super and like he's one that I need a Rogue One Vader as well. Like, we'll see what happens with that figure, but at some point I'd love to put a Vader in my Rogue One shelf, and I know like that Kenobi Vader is the one that's pretty accurate as far as the show goes. Yeah,
I wanted to get I've always wanted the Rogue One Vader because that's the definitive,
really cool figure.
But now with these two coming out now,
it's gonna be better. That's gonna be battle damage. Darth Vader is a must. Like, if you are a Star Wars fan, having a battle damage Darth Vader is like, we don't get, like, I'm trying to think of some other battle damage Star Wars figures. Chat, you can help me out too. I'm trying to think of, like, there's nothing like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's gonna be an incredible figure. Can't wait to see that, like, broken heads, like the broken helmet.
Yeah, I think it's gonna look sick.
Yep. Definitely like the one that, I would say that's the one I'm looking most forward to Star Wars wise. Yep. So rumored to drop soon, man. X-Man Supreme says it's Wanda for me. All my excitement went immediately to her when she was announced. Yeah, she's another one. She's another one I pre-ordered. Artisan Wanda. Really excited to get another non-Star Wars figure. Graham says, wrong answer, Steve. It's the Batman. Yeah, he's a close, I would say probably close second for the rest of the year. Another sleeper figure I'm excited to come out is Cobb Vanth.
Oh, me too.
I'm not gonna have him I'm just gonna have him in like the red like flannel shirt. I'm not gonna have the Boba armor on him, but like Timothy Oliphant I really just like him as an actor, and I thought his character was really cool. So can't wait to have him just holding a bottle of Spotchka and
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a great looking figure. That's a really good looking sculpt.
Yep. I wish it was a little bit less money because I'm not gonna really use the Boba Fett stuff.
Yeah.
But so it goes. So it goes with some other figures. X-Men Supreme says, I had 2 Kenobi Vaders on pre-order. Then I saw a sale on Pop Culture with the armorized Deadpool, Zombie Deadpool, and Venom Pool. Giving up on Deadpool corpse until then, so I canceled the Vaders. Yeah, it's hard when you can get multiple figures for, you can get more for your money. It's enticing. It's definitely enticing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't generally do multiples. The only thing I have multiple of would be of the same figure would be the Transport Troopers.
Yeah, I don't have one. I need to get one. I need to get one and put that Mando skull. My Mando skull
real cheap.
Sadly is sitting in the box. You know what I mean? I need to get on that.
Yeah.
Kate says, Boba, what was your reaction to seeing the prequels when those came out?
The prequels, when you talk about episode 1, 2, and 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when those came out, they weren't well received.
Plus for me, because I was like 8 years old, I think. I loved it.
Yeah. Well, us older folks.
Yeah.
I was extremely excited when they started. When they announced that they're making these movies again, and I was so into it, my head was just spinning. And then I saw it. I saw one, and I was like,
It's so different.
It's very different, yeah. Trying to convince myself that I liked it. But when 1, 2, and 3 came out, they were not considered good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, I like Attack of the Clones to a certain degree, but you got to fast forward through all the Padme Anakin lovey-dovey crap to get to the good stuff.
It's crazy. Like that's probably. I wonder what the general consensus is on what people think is more of a drastic change, like going from the original trilogy to the prequels, or going from like those to then then having the sequels come out. It's like there's a lot of just big. They're all so big. There's so many big changes in a lot of them.
Yeah.
And each of them they have their own. They're like their own little things, But
one person's sequel is another person's remake.
Yep. This is a good point that X-Men Supreme says the prequel certainly got better as we aged. I think like a lot of it is just like the change in times of like you have people like myself who grew up with that, so we just have really fond memories of that. Yeah. Just like how you have really fond memories of going to see, the originals in theaters. Yeah. To be able for me to like had already seen the originals, but then get to experience a Star Wars movie in the theater, and it was like the prequels, then that's kind of what it is for me as to what the OT was for you. You know what I mean? So we're just seeing that now more. We're seeing more people that I feel like appreciated the sequels because that's what we grew up with. You know what I mean? It's just like anything else that you have nostalgia for. And
you like something during a certain period of time in your life, you're gonna like it forever.
Yep. Looking back on that, like I have fond memories of those movies, and and then they just like I'm sure that's why, at least for me, I'm pretty high on the Ahsoka show because then you get like all these flashbacks. You get Hayden, and like if you love Hayden Christensen, you're going to love these flashbacks.
That's why I'm primarily most of my collection is Mando stuff. When I saw the Mandalorian the first episode, it was like being back in a movie theater in Brooklyn watching Star Wars in '77 again. It was that same type of feeling to me that I got back then.
I love Mando so much. The first season was just one of my favorite. That first season of Mando it's up there as one of my favorite favorite pieces of Star Wars content. I love the first season. Even the second, obviously the finale of the second season is one of the best moments in Star Wars for sure. Everybody loves that. Everybody can agree that we all wanted that moment. You know, you want to see Luke powerful after the original trilogy, but
Yep.
yeah,
I mean, the relationship with the Sand Troopers, I mean, not Sand, the Sand People, the Crate Dragon, you got Jawas running all over the place. It was fantastic.
yep, yep, yeah. That Krayt Dragon episode was cool.
Yeah.
That was really cool. Yeah, I loved Mando. Season 3, like I thought season 3 was still okay, but it didn't have the same feel as season 1 and 2.
Yeah. I didn't hate it as much as the rest of the world.
Yeah.
I thought it was all good.
Yeah. I thought it was fine. I understand what people's gripes are with it, but I still enjoyed it. For what it was. But yeah, the first season of Mando, so good. I was at actually I was with Cage. We went to Star Wars Celebration in 2019 in Chicago because it's only like about 2 hours from me. And we got into the Mandalorian panel with like Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and all like
nice.
Carl Weathers was there, Pedro Pascal was there. So they were all there, and we did like, it was like a behind closed doors of like the first few minutes of the episode. So like the whole sequence of him walking into the bar at the beginning, like we got to see that whole entire sequence. And then there was like this behind the scenes of like it, like a deep dive into like how they're making season 1, and like they're showing behind the scenes stuff. It was really cool. It was really cool. It was like a sneak peek, first look thing. Something I won't forget. It was very cool because I was just so excited for that show. But
yeah, one of the guys I work with, his brother directed Into the Spideyverse, and he directed an episode of The Mandalorian, and he did a couple of Ahsokas. So every once in a while, he'll just send me a picture of like him and his brother with Ahsoka. And
wow, this is one of your friends?
One of the guys I work with.
Oh, one of your guys you work with, his friend, his
brother.
Dang.
Peter Ramsey. He's a director.
Oh, dang, that's so awesome.
So he'll send me pictures of like his brother with the sand people.
Dang, man. Dang, that's so cool. I'm jealous.
I told him I'm available.
I would love to be an extra in Star Wars at some point, or just be on set.
Yeah.
That would be so cool for sure.
Yeah.
Kate says, and we got those posters of him standing in the doorway from that first episode. Yeah, we got like these my poster. It's right here. It's right over my shoulder right here. It says Mandalorian in red letters. You can see him like standing in the doorway of the bar. Poster we got from Celebration. Yeah, that's for sure. Little poster, very cool. But yeah, Mando, great. I could talk about Star Wars all day. Collector Joy says you could be young Kenobi.
And I have been since 1977.
Yeah, I know, man. Been talking about Star Wars. You're still talking about Star Wars. That means I'm definitely going to be talking about Star Wars for many more years.
It's been a life obsession of mine since.
It's like part of my. I feel like it's like become part of my identity at this point. Like I don't like every day there's something Star Wars that comes up. That's how my life is at this point. Like there's always something Star Wars that comes up.
It's not just a movie; it's a way of life.
Yep. Collector Joy, you could be young Kenobi, Steve. Wow, thank you, bro, for saying that I could be the GOAT himself, Obi-Wan Kenobi, the greatest Star Wars character ever. What do you think, man? Should we wrap it up?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. One quick thing, I want to just do a quick plug. Have you ever ordered from Underground Figures? Do you you're like West Coast, so I don't know. Like, that's one thing I should look into is like how West Coast is, but just want to do a quick plug I usually do for Underground Figures. If you go to undergroundfigures.net, it's like a place, and it's a shop in Rhode Island. Their prices are 5% off MSRP, and then depending on where you live, it depends like as far as sales tax goes, like depending on what state you're in, whatever, like the internet stuff, however that goes. But and then everything is ships double box for free. It's a really they have really good customer service. I get a lot of my stuff from there. And then one of the best things is there's no NRD. I don't like putting down NRDs. It's like a Goodwill NRD policy, so you can
that's cool.
Yeah, you can just like make an account.
Something like that now.
Yeah, right. There's not a lot of people like in this. I feel like within this, what's going on in the economy, and like I haven't really heard of anybody else who really does this, but yeah, you just make an account on their website, and then you email the email that's on their website saying, hey, I want you to put me down for a pre-order of this figure, and then you go on a list, and then you get invoiced when it ships or when it's available. You get invoiced, you pay it. You can do payment plans as well if you want to, or pay as you go if you want, kind of however you want to do it. So I just want to do a plug for them because I get a lot of figures from them, and yeah. So that being said, Paul, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you being on the
Thank you so
show.
much, man. Really
Yes.
appreciate it.
Yep. Yeah,
And
it was
thanks
really
to
nice.
everybody in the chat and
Yeah.
everybody for hanging in there and stuff.
Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody in the chat. As always, you guys were live tonight. Loved it. I loved all the questions. Interaction with the chat is always one of the best parts. And I know Boba Fettuccine is a very active member of the community. So Paul, it's really nice to have you on. And then like I know there's quite a bit of people in here tonight versus actually some of my other shows, and I think that speaks kind of just for you as a supporter within the community and stuff like that. So just really appreciate having
Thank
you
you
on.
and thank everybody. Really.
Yeah.
Excellent community.
Yeah, we'll link up in the future again if get you on
Love
some
it.
other stuff. Anything that you're doing? Like, do you do any like anything social media type stuff? Is there anything you want to plug?
Not really. My YouTube channel is, I put up something every 6 months. Don't really care. I'll throw something on Instagram once in a while, like either a figure or a snake or something. So
Yeah, nice.
you never know what's going to pop up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I put your links in the description. So YouTube's on there, Instagram is on there. I feel like you have probably more stuff on Instagram. But either way, I think it's great. Look for the logo. Look for that Boba Fettuccine logo.
Yes.
You can't miss it. That's in the thumbnail. I just love it. It's just such a cool thing. Great show.
Can I
fellas.
tell you
Thank
how
you
that
so
came
much.
about real quick?
What's that? Yeah.
Real quick. I came up with I was doing the YouTube channel, and I have a nickname that I've been known by since the mid 80s. And I'm like, I don't want to use that name on this. I want to use something Star Wars related, something fun. So a friend of mine had Boba Fettuccine on Instagram. I'm like, and I remembered. I'm like, that was pretty funny. Let me just use that. So I put in Boba Fettuccine. All right, that's what the channel is called. Now I need a picture. So I Googled Boba Fettuccine, and that picture just came up.
There you
So
go.
I'm like, all right, I'll just take that.
Yep.
So the whole thing took me, gave it about 22 seconds worth of thought. And there you go.
Now it's going to live on forever.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yep. That's so awesome, man. Yep. Definitely recognizable. Definitely very, very, very cool.
Until the guy who made that picture comes after me.
Yeah. Well, it hasn't yet. So you
No.
have some time. It's not like you're monetizing. So
No,
I don't know.
Get t-shirts made though.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Find him, hunt him down, try to figure out who he is. Great show, fellas. Thank you so much for being here,
Thank you,
Graham.
man.
Yep. Hit that like button on the way out. Hope everyone has a good night. Have a great night. Stephen with the V says, yeah, he's towards the West Coast and shipping is high, not an option for me, unfortunately. Yeah, it might depend on the figure and stuff too, but you can always reach out and ask like for a shipping quote and kind of just see what your options are there. But that's a bummer if it's West Coast, and it's like, I think a lot of it comes down to box size too, because I've gotten some like the Bark speeders were a little bit more to ship, but I'm in the Midwest, you know what I mean? So yeah, so check it out, take that for what you will. I really appreciate you all in the chat once again. Paul, thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
I don't really have too much going on right now. Like I said, I'm kind of battling some illness here that I've been fighting. I was joking with my people earlier that I'm basically a walking virus now. I'm just embracing it. I'm one with the virus. The virus is with me, like Chirrut Imwe, but with the virus.
Hope you feel better.
So yeah, thank you. You guys can catch me though tomorrow night, Wolfpack Wednesdays, over on the Jedi Knights watch stream. Always a great time. It's at 9:30 Eastern over there, so I will be over there. And then actually Saturday I'm doing another collector tour. I'm having Shane 16 Figure Focus on.
Oh, cool.
Saturday afternoon. He had me on for a Visions episode, so
Yeah.
I'm returning the favor and having him on my show, but it's because he's in Ireland. There's like a 6-hour time difference, so I'm going to be having him on my show on Saturday afternoon. So it'll be a little bit different, but 2 collector tours in 1 week be really nice. So
Cool.
Yeah. With that being said, guys,
Thank you, man.
thank you. Yeah, Paul, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Everybody in chat, thank you. Hit that like button on the way out. I appreciate you all. We will catch you guys at the next one. Peace.
Later.